okay, it's working. It's
Your-
fine.
Your whole
Nobody
PC
panic.
is just dying.
Everything's fucked. Okay, we're in. We're playing with Microsoft Edge. All right. Let's go around and introduce ourselves. Let's start with the person who has used Microsoft's own Explorer the most, including the original Windows Internet Explorer. And we'll work our way down the person who, the second they get a new computer, the first thing they did was only use that browser to download another browser.
It's like the fucking you pass the butter meme.
I feel like I'm going first because I have to with work. Hi, I'm Mary. I play Astra Ismark Cleric, and I'll pass it on to the next.
Wait, does your work make you use Explorer and Edge?
Yeah.
I'll go
Your work
next.
edges you. That's fucked
I
up.
don't really use Internet Explorer. I'm very much a you pass the butter kind of person. But someone once asked me if this tattoo was meant to be the Internet Explorer logo. So that ruined a thing that's permanently on my body forever.
Can't unsee that now.
Yeah. It kind of looks like a hybrid between like Internet Explorer and Firefox, to be honest. It's supposed to be an otter.
Fire Explorer.
Anyway,
Microsoft Fox.
hi, I'm George. I play Atlas Moreau, the Owlin Druid. Fuck that one guy. I don't remember your name, but I remember you telling me my tattoo looked like Internet Explorer.
See, all I remember is a video of it's just like a video of the logos come to life, and it's internet new PC starts up. Edge goes, yay! I'm finally. Wait, someone's actually using me. Wait, and Chris Chrome just comes in and just goes, boo. My turn, bitch.
Well, Chrome's fucked us
Remember
today.
that super old like animation with like the little stick people who ran around the desktop, and there was like one of that where like Firefox came to life or like shot fire. I loved those. Those were like that
Why is
like
that
blew
good?
my mind as a child.
I will
You
go.
mean like
Stickman versus animator.
animator versus animation?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right. It's animated versus animation. Yeah,
Those were so cool.
Yeah.
You know.
they're an interesting
He
little
still
concept.
does them. He still does them.
Oh.
He's gone full time on them because I've got his YouTube. He streams them every so often, making them. I'll just go next, even though the second I get a PC, I literally download anything but Edge and then delete every shortcut I can find. So
Purge.
Purge. I'm Will. I'm playing Volgear, the Jurgar Ranger, who is in trouble today. So on to one of the other ones who may or may not be in trouble, depending on who goes next.
I think it's a coin toss, but I'll go next. Hi, my name is Ryan. I play Cyrus Revmar, the Orc Barbarian.
And I'll go last. My name is Anthony. I played Boris Darkhoof, the State of Rogue Fighter. I specifically download Chrome onto people's PCs when I build them for them.
You're like, you
Okay,
don't
yeah,
even have
you're-
to look at that shit. Don't worry.
Like, the reason I held out so long is because I have to use, like, Google Chrome for work, because that's the system we use at work. But you're actively taking people away from Microsoft.
Alrighty. Who wants to remind us what happened last time?
I had a smear campaign.
Did some shopping, and then there was a smear campaign, and then a news scandal, and then we found out that pigs work not quite as well as intelligent things, but maybe if we made the pigs smarter, they would work. We've got the Knoll.
But the concept of that
She's-
did make everyone a little uncomfy.
We've got the Knoll. She's in the brig, not with the pigs, because she would have killed the pigs. Atlas wants to make a new friend. Everybody says no.
To be fair, Atlas would have been down with murdering her also. But Atlas's argument was that if we're going to use her as a murder subject or a research subject, she feels like she should meet her because she was the one who suggested in the first place.
True.
What Volgear feels like he's on a.
Atlas doesn't want to be
expedition.
one of those people who, like, you know, just points like at a piece of paperwork and is like, death.
Volgear is that one partner that goes out to get something and comes back with it, and they go, no, wrong thing, go out, get me the other thing. Back and forwards to the shops.
Volgir and Cyrus got called to the principal's office. The head teachers and the principal were not happy with them.
They got scolded for being very naughty boys.
And now they
Their
have
parents
detention.
would be called, but we don't want to call Cyrus's dad for reasons.
And now we must apologize to the entire school in front of everyone.
Yep. Nobody wants to call Cyrus's dad, not even Cyrus. Especially not Cyrus.
You just call your uncle.
I'd imagine that be Baros's.
Anyway,
Just imagine that's Baros's go-to if we'd said anything. It's like, I will call your ex-wife. I will call your uncle.
Uncle Fight?
I don't know.
You could call your father-in-law. You have one of those now.
He might be pretty chill, actually.
In comparison. Right up until he finds that you married his daughter. Anyway,
He's like, oh, he made horrible racist comments. Yeah. Wait, why am I your father-in-law?
so you are still on the Omphalos, still currently with the Umbral Sphere. You've got your little designated apologies. The area, like the docking bay, has been converted a little bit into like an impromptu like media outlet. There's like, you know, like a load of like chairs will all be brought out. Like if you kind of think like the White House's like presidential address, like that kind of like.
I am not a crook.
Like there's lots of, you know, like rows and rows and rows. There's probably like a central aisle down the middle and two side areas where people can go. Lots of like, you know, cheap plastic chairs kind of put out. People there with like microphones, cameras all recording. There's like a big podium, the symbol, the amalgamate on it, like multiple microphones all like twigged onto it, like all over. There's like a drone hovering, like taking like a recording as well, like not far away. And currently set up there, you see that there is a So currently up there, you see there is a female dwarf. She is stood like a slightly like the podium actually probably is like being like lowered to like her height. And she is like kind of standing there and she's just muttering and she's like, now we've all obviously seen a lot of problems here towards the dwarves as well, and obviously I'm keen to find out exactly the ins and outs and hopefully find a clear resolution here today for what happened back at that mining colony. There are obviously wider issues as well, but the amalgamate and ours, you know, the dwarves, we've dealt with worse. You know, I can assure you, whatever it is that this person has said, we have very clearly dealt with worse in the past, and we will continue to endure past it. I think that they're about ready. And then
The funniest part of this is that we have never discussed what Cyrus might have said, and none of us have any memory of it as characters.
Some of us weren't there, so we don't know.
you see that like there's some security, there's like some
where they learn
dwarves, like
curse words, but it's
placards.
just like ocean sounds, like it's just like the dolphin cry and shit. It's like that. You're not
Everyone's
talking.
like, Cyrus, what did you say? And in his head, he's just hearing wah 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 wah, and he's like, I don't remember.
I like to think that like he tries to think back and all he can think is his internal monologue being like, I am killing this. Maybe I'll be famous for this set.
Just goes to another dwarf. Do that one set. Ends up writing another apology speech.
Right.
By waiting for a cue.
Yeah, they look to you and Volga to see who's going to go first.
Cyrus clears his throat and steps towards the podium. There's definitely a moment of, are you gonna go? You gonna go?
There's
Go. No,
I mean, I can go first, but
I'll go first.
okay.
Some of my speech has what you did in it, so I'll just go first.
That makes my speech easier. Thank you.
Taps the microphone.
Dum, 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 dum.
To the people of the Amalgamate and the Dwarven community, my name is Cyrus Revenmar of the Umbral Spear, formerly of the Chimera. With the recent events that have occurred on the Amalgamate in recent days, it is important that I make this announcement today. I am here to address a few things. Firstly, I want to offer my sincere apologies for the comedic sketch I performed on the Dwarven mining colony that were in very poor taste. While my intention was to entertain
Racist!
and bring laughter, I recognize that the sketch was hurtful, inappropriate, and crossed a line I should never have approached. Humor can be a powerful tool, but in this case, it caused harm instead of joy. And for that, I am truly sorry. I take full responsibility for the oversight and lack of judgment involved in creating and performing this content. I have heard your feedback, from disappointment and disgust to frustration and anger, and I am not ignoring it. I'm listening. Effective immediately, I vow to never perform as a comic and ensure that this upset never happens again.
Okay, we'll pause there. I would like you, Cyrus, to give me a charisma check to see how sincere and how received your apology is. I would allow you to add
reading that
your
off a teleprompter.
I'd like to add your persuasion bonus to this if you have one. Well,
It's a -1, so that's a 2.
I think it's a 3. I think it's a 4 minus 1 for 3. It is, yes, it is a 3.
Could be worse. Not much, but could be worse.
I can try and intimidate them.
in like
Believe I'm fucking sorry.
kind of like behind Cyrus, like stepping over to one side, you see like, you know, the dwarven representative, ambassador Linda Starborn. She's kind of like stood there and she's like trying to like, you know, like nod along, and like just at the end of that paragraph, one of the dwarves in the back just yells like, "Who said we were fucking filthy stone livers?" And then she just like, and you see she goes like, hands to your mouth, like it's like as if you'd said something like horror, like some horrible slur, like, and she even like shakes her head a little bit,
That is the
and
T word for dwarves.
flashes of cameras like start going off, and yeah, you see the people like scribbling some things down. Do you continue?
Secondly, I want to address the rumors circulating that I allegedly have sexual encounters with animals. I would like to state that these rumors are false in their entirety, with no shred of truth to them. The animals the Umbral Spear purchased were intended for critical research by our teams for the purpose of better understanding the adversary we all face, the Illithid. The beginning of this rumor was formed by a jest between Volgir Drakebo and myself. However, this was done over the announcement comms of the Umbral Spear, which was a poor decision on our part. Therefore, I would like to sincerely apologize for the recent rumors, news scandal, and the impact it has had on your trust in our crew, the council, and the supporters of the Umbral Spear, and its vital mission in defending the Amalgamate from the Illithid. The crew of the Umbral Spear deserves thanks and respect for the work they are doing, and you deserve to know that this is a team that understands the responsibility it has to you and the true weight of your trust in us. I recognize that our actions fell short of the standards you expect from us and the standards we hold ourselves to. I want to thank everyone who spoke up. You're helping us to grow and to do better. We are committed to learning from this and making sure that our future work reflects the respect and accountability you deserve. We will be re-evaluating our conduct, engaging with consultants and communities to understand how we are to behave in the future, as well as implementing internal checks on team communication and behavior to ensure an incident such as this never occurs again. Thank you. And I'm sorry.
Make a final persuasion check, Cyrus. Because you're using a script that has been written for you, you will have advantage in this final check to win over the audience.
That's just Atlas booing at the TV that she and Astra have set up in the medical bay to watch this go down.
We have like a full like cookie like smorgasbord, just like a full charcuterie going on.
Daisy just there with like a whole pint of ice cream, just like shoveling it into your fucking mouth.
That is a 5.
Mm-hmm. You see, like, again, more flash photos, you know.
My favorite is that it is a 5 and a 0.
Yeah.
Thank God for advantage on the amalgamate writing my script.
You like hands are going up like, Miss Rivermore.
Are we doing a Q&A?
I recommend you don't take questions at this time.
We are not. I am not taking questions at this time. Thank you. Cyrus will leave the
This is
podium.
where I
walks
want
away.
Volkier's speech to just be sols about that and then him to roll a nat 20.
I'm now going to invite up fellow Duragar from the crew who was also involved. Volgir, if you could join us up here.
He'll probably walk out. If Cyrus has walked off stage with like sheets, Volgir walks up with like 2 flashcards. Kind of just a differentiation. Just a. Hello, everyone. Before I go any further, I wish to sincerely apologize for the recent events that have brought us to this current moment. While my intention was to play a practical joke or a jest on a fellow crew member and party member, I recognize that my actions and use of amalgamate equipment were inappropriate and crossed the line. I wish to personally apologize to all those who have been affected by my lack of understanding and a lack of emotional understanding in this matter. I wish to bring some light-hearted fun to the party and crew, given the constant seriousness that we must engage in on a daily basis, and this has not gone the way I hoped it had. I take full responsibility for letting this go too far and getting out of hand to the point where innocent people and crew members were caught in the mix. I reflect on my actions and learn from my mistakes with this matter to ensure that this does not happen again. He will then turn to Cyrus slightly, keeping the microphone relatively in view. I would like to take this opportunity to also personally apologize to my crew member and party member Cyrus, who have caused endless issues with my actions over the last few days. I have made many false and baseless statements, including insinuating that you sleep with animals, under the guise of a prank, which were not appropriate, nor the time nor place. Turns back to the microphone. I thank you all for giving me the opportunity to apologize to you all. I did not deserve the opportunity that I've been given, and I hope that we will continue to win back your trust in the future. I must also say, I know what he has said in the past. People may not agree with. However, I will point out that Cyrus has probably been one of the best party members that I've ever been a part of and one of my closest friends, irrespective of what he says. Thank you.
Make a persuasion check at advantage, Volkir.
Take that, acquaintances.
It's an 11 plus whatever. Persuasion.
12.
12.
At advantage, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
I see
got
for
5
you.
with the other one.
I see for you. They're like, we should give Volgir the more emotional speech. Cyrus cannot pull that off.
You kind of like see
They
like
look him like up and down and they're like, Crumple speech in hands, like, try again.
The I feel like the rowdier dwarves are kind of being held back by like amalgamate, like OSEC security, like in the back there, like kind of like, you know, soften a little bit as Volker kind of speaks, like listen to him, like especially coming from like a fellow dwarf, a bit more receptive of it. Still, again, flashes of photos going off, like more people, you know, again trying to get your attention for questions. Volker at the end, like strike bow.
I'm not taking any questions at this time.
Again, you can step away from the podium.
You
Overall,
probably see
you've
some
had a
PR person run over to me, waving the paper as I'm holding handwritten flashcards, going, just like waving the piece of the paper in one hand.
But you have between the two of you, it has not been a more negative outcome, but it has not been as positive as you might have hoped. You're effectively it's broken even to some level, which means you just have to live with the original consequences, but they don't get worse than they were. The knock-on effect of this is because of uncertainty among the leadership, the Umbral Spear's crew score drops by 1.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Luckily, we've got a Kahlua pig feast coming soon.
I was gonna say it's so good that we've got those pigs to raise morale.
So your morale is currently at a 2. And you know, there's also the public perception thing, but like at the end of the day, you're not really that public facing figures. It's not that big a deal for you guys. It would be like finding out that like a military commander had like, you know, had an affair. It'd be like, okay, it's kind of bad, but like he probably can still do military shit. He's just not that good a person. So yeah, you are ushered back aboard your vessel. The door is closed and silence kind of like hangs in the air at the docking bay.
Well, that went about as well as expected, I think.
Yeah.
Why did you get the emotional speech? All mine was just very corporate.
He'll hand you the cards. They're all completely handwritten. I didn't quite like the speech that they gave me. It sounded too robotic.
I might have been a little mean to you earlier. I'm sorry about that.
I think you've got a bit of credit in that department.
Well, now we can get back to the important job.
What, finding more pigs?
I was going to say beating the illithid, but yeah, I suppose pigs will be needed too.
Well, I don't exactly feel
We're
like
gonna
being
need
dinner
a
to you.
smarter pig.
I don't want to be the food source, do you?
Yeah, I think maybe we'll get Astra or someone to do it from now on. We should probably lay low for a while.
Yeah, I'll send this. We'll send the second in command for the. He can go hunt.
Ross will come in like 15 minutes later. He was at the ceremony. He was wearing like a full military dress Navy uniform, like golden regalia, fucking like he just has loads of medals that you have never seen before.
You look closely, and they're all like, you know, like the like preschool, like it's like I was quiet today in class, like little medal.
Yeah, a few of them are made out of chocolate.
There's a sheriff's.
I was
There's like
waiting
the
for, like,
toy
just, like-
sheriff badges, like 3 of them.
Like a sealed, like celestial dip.
He's got a bunch
colored in.
He's got a bunch of those like ribbon things on, and you look closer, and it's just like, you know, the little ribbons that go around the necks of the chocolate bunnies, just like tacked on.
Well, to be fair, you two did better than I expected. There's not a riot out there.
That's progress.
We've dealt with the 2 gossiping crew members. They're no longer part of the
They're
Umbral
dead.
Sphere.
They were passed on to that fucking guy shooting the light over like the head.
I gotta ask, Does anybody actually remember what I said on the Dwarven colony?
Nope.
I was pretty drunk.
Okay, I just want to make sure, because if everybody else remembers and I don't, I feel like that makes it worse. But the fact that nobody else remembers kind of makes me feel a bit better.
Was it not just you and Barros?
Oh no, we were all getting drunk on the Dwarven planet.
It's where
Volgir got drunk for the first time on the Dwarven planet because it's Dwarven.
Hence why I don't remember. Good ale. And good whiskey.
Also, there's no bloodshed out there, so good job, I suppose.
Take it as a win.
Yeah.
Right, time to go stir the pot some more.
I suppose we'll be making tracks for Squall now.
Yeah, maybe get away from here for a little bit.
Yeah. Do some good for a change, hopefully.
Yeah, so have you got a route in mind?
Navigate Tior.
I think the idea is that we're going to the fortress on the front, right?
It's up to you guys. Tell me. Are you going all the way to the frontier sector? Or are you just going to the bulwark sector?
I don't know,
believe
but I
we're
got a
meeting-
22, so we're going there in style.
I believe we're meeting at the frontier sector, the Admiral.
Alrighty. You guys can star shift 3 sectors instead of 1, by the way.
Yeah.
So you can get yourselves, you'd have to be in the, basically either in the bulwark or the frontier section to jump to the major. Your current position, you're about 2 days of jumps from the frontier section. So it'll take you 3 days to get to school in total.
Okay. I think we said we would set off earlier so that we would time it right with the Admiral.
Sure. I cannot remember for like me if it is evening time or this is in the morning. For brevity's sake, let's say it is in the evening time, and then you guys can rest up after this in the at the Umphalos one last time, and then set off the following morning, bright and early. And you have the day on the ship to do whatever you need to do at whatever sector you head to. Is there a sector in particular you want to jump towards? You're basically a choice of 2 sectors. You'd be looking at either the Nova Arcane system or the Celestial Shroud system. I will remind you, the Nova Arcade system is a system that had Sentinel Station in it.
Well, let's maybe go to the Celestial Shroud.
Celestial Shroud instead. I wonder why. Alrighty. You begin to, bed down for the night, wake up the next morning. The ship is full of life. The Herbal Spear has a big enough crew that it never really stops for anything. There's always something going on, or people always checking things, running simulations, running tests. It's a busy ship, and there's always noise, and the whirring of engines and all that jazz, always like ticking over and going on. With Atlas's course plotted, I still need some checks for any hazards as you set off for the day. So do 2 D100s, please.
Okay.
That's close to an extreme, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, take Barros's.
Okay. You leap. No hazards today. As you make your way to the Celestial Shroud system. This system, if you recall, has these like this big ancient giant red star in the middle of the system and surrounded by this thick nebula that it makes it hard to even see where the star like starts and stops. It's almost like looking at a headlight in deep fog. It kind of like just dissipates perfectly into this film, giving this like the weird haunting reddish glow. There is the Ecliptus planet here, which is this like rocky planet, which like never really sees much light more than that dim reddish glow, so it's not enough to ever, effectively grow anything there. It's not a super habitable location. There's also the Veil of Shadows, which is kind of like because the star here is so dark, because of this nebula, the like outer air around it is this like dense region of just like almost lack of light, because the light from the closest star just can't reach it enough to illuminate it. So the only light that gets to it is very distant stars, like giving small little pockets of illumination, but not enough to give it any real light at all. It's almost like an area like dark space here among the amalgamate territories. And there's also the Spectra moon, which orbits Ecliptus itself, which is a mining and research outpost. There's a lot of the Spectra mining colony. The Spectra mining colony actually, I think, is the mining colony that you guys are on. So yeah, that would be the that's ironically where you've gone to. Somewhat undeliberately.
Not going there.
He's like, I've made an official apology. I can now go within the sector.
No, I'm pretty sure they told Cyrus never set foot on this colony again, so if we land there, he's staying on the ship.
Yes, but now you can go within the sector of space they're in,
Because of the Umbral Spear's military clearance, you do also pick up some things in this sector you did not find before. There is a research outpost on Ecliptus, which you did not pick up on the original scans, which the only real information you get is some kind of research outpost. It is literally just called Research Outpost Ecliptus. It seems to be one of one on there, or at least the first. There's also the Shroud Watch Station, which seems to be like some kind of military communications hub. And it is owned by a company called Roxal, who are a dwarvish company from Storn. But it is not military, it's just something you didn't detect before the last year here because the system throws sensors off a little bit. Would you guys like to remain on your ship, or do you want to dock at all today?
I mean, I'm more than happy to go get some whiskey, but I can always get that shipped over here. Probably. Maybe.
Beros will ask Volga if there's anything that they possibly might need from the research lab.
Without knowing more on what it actually does, no idea. We could take a small shuttle across with maybe one of the research team, see what's there.
It might be worth you asking the research team if there is any materials that they need that are a little bit harder to come by. Maybe the research lab will have them to spare.
Sure. I will message the research team.
Yeah, you go speak to Karen, or give her a bell in your holostrap, and she replies. She's like, yes, hello, Volga. You're talking about some kind of research study in Ecliptus?
Mm-hmm.
We don't really know much about that. Right now, we are currently still researching into Captain Windrider's state. So unless that research facility dealt with anything specifically about astral projection or anything along those lines, I don't know how helpful it would be.
I don't. I'll relay to Barros and say, do we have any idea what maybe they might be doing in there?
You could try to heal them, but they, being a military post, may not respond. They might respond to your military ship.
I mean, without the kind of understanding of what we need, it would be difficult for me to kind of communicate with them and ask them to basically come aboard without reason.
Well, pretty wide topic. I don't know if there's anything specific we're asking for, but I mean, given the security clearances, don't you think we could be coming aboard anyway? And
I mean, we can certainly
maybe
land
have a
and
chat with
just say it's. But it's more if we needed something specific. If not, I'm happy to kind of float us above atmosphere.
Well, maybe let's just see if they do anything along those lines, anyway.
Sure. They might not release that information even with our clearance level. Clearance. Our
if they
clearance
don't, we just
we
stick
can
it.
go somewhere. Right. I'll hail them.
Okay, you heal them. The call goes out. Eventually connects. You're greeted by a probably an elf here. You see that they are in amalgamate attire uniform. You see they've got like that familiar like lab coat that a lot of your researchers kind of like are also kind of wearing. It's like standardized uniform. Hello, Umbral Spear. Sorry, we weren't expecting any outreach for anyone. Can we help at all? Is there a problem?
No problem. This is Captain Barros of the Umbral Sphere. We are currently on a research mission of classified nature and would care for some assistance. Our research team was wondering if it would be possible to just ask some general questions from some of your team that may be free, if that's at all possible.
Yes, you could certainly inquire. You must have very good scanners to detect us through the nebula. We're out here testing it to see how it interferes with signals. No, we're more than happy to help if we can. I prioritize research here is we're looking at the nebula's particulation and radiation, how that affects blocking of communications and basic ability like that across short and long distances. If that's any use to you at all.
That is actually quite useful for our mission. We'll send the shuttle down. Actually, it's probably worth us just landing the ship on the facility.
Yes, of course. I can get a landing pad cleared for you.
Yes. We're quite a big ship.
Of course. We get quite singular big deliveries. I'll have them just clear the cargo pad, and then you see the like icon like pop up on your HUD of like a little like flight path instruction. It's like follow that, go slow right at the end. We're in a big crater. There's a large ascension and a sheer drop with in down below a little bit. I assume your ship is fine with vertical takeoff, landing, all that.
Yes.
Okay, you should be fine then. Look forward to seeing you. The atmosphere is not breathable for anyone, and the pressure is incredibly high. We will bring a tube, effectively. It's a duct. We'll connect up to your boarding side, your boarding hatch, to allow you to come and go as you please. But unless you have pressurized suits, I'd strongly advise staying inside.
Very well. And I will have Squibble's not basically just fly the ship.
Alrighty.
While I go and find the rest of the party, and have them meet me in the med bay, as well as the Corinne.
Yep, Corinne will meet you there as well. Okay, seems like you guys got some big plan going. I'm gonna excuse myself. I've got shit to do that is not be bored, and Diaz leaves.
Yeah.
Sunshine's still stood outside the door, arms crossed.
It's doing its job.
Right. So we're at a research facility. They're looking at blocking, at some kind of communication blocking. I thought it would be helpful for Karine, you and your team to see if there is any, maybe just compare notes on whether or not there is anything you can do for the captain with the research they're doing here. If they've got any extra materials that you might need, we can organize that with Volger. And then in regards to that communication with like the blocking the communication, maybe that's something we can help Nen deal with, if depending on how far they are. In regards to I've just realized in regards to the whole pig situation, I bought this recently, and it will take off a headband of intellect. It might be worth putting it on a pig, make it a little bit more sustainable. You can borrow it for a time being, but I'll need it back at some point.
In theory, we'll only need it for, a few seconds.
Alright, hopefully it will help.
So do you want to do this now with you all watching, or
Do it now.
Nope, Astra's.
Nope,
Astra's
Volga's
not
gone.
lost in that.
because it requires attunement, so you need to convince the pig to wear this for an hour first.
Maybe we could just wait
Do
until
we
the pig's
have-
asleep and just
Do we have
plunk it
duct
on.
tape?
That's why I'm saying maybe wait till the pig is asleep and just plonk it on their head. Are you tuned to something while you're asleep?
I think you have to like.
Generally,
connect
you
with
have
the
to like
item.
attempt to attune to it. I will allow you to, if you can keep it on the pig for an hour, it will attune.
Okay. But the pig can be asleep.
The pig could be asleep.
Astra, I'm going to need some sedatives.
They're in the drawer. Get a needle. I'm out. You've got enough medical experience.
Andrew, you up to try this now, or are you still full of brain?
I'd be happy to give it a go. I'm quite full in the stomach. The top of my head still aches.
Alright, get someone to send up a pig. Not you, Cyrus. I know we've quelled the rumors, but
Volger, go get the pig.
Volga will grab a pig and then wait outside with Sunshine.
Beros, so what was the outcome of the two crew members who you and your grandfather dealt with?
They would have been.
You would have the authority
Terminated.
just to kick them off. Like,
They would have been terminated and replaced with two dwarfs of the council's choosing. The Dwarfen Council as just a way of repercussions of basically
Great.
giving them an opportunity.
of that.
They were given to
Cyrus?
the brigadier.
Cyrus, every time that you are like walking through the Emerald Spear, like every 20 minutes, half an hour, once an hour max, you just see two dwarves, arms crossed, staring at you with their eyes furrowed, like all like they just like
That's
stand
what
there.
their job is. Their job is to just disapprove of Cyrus.
That's gonna get old quick.
But yep, Volker, you go downstairs, you acquire a pig, you bring it up to the medical bay. Atlas, you want to sedate this pig?
I want to sedate the pig.
You sedate that pig. He or she or they.
The level of cold clinical vibes that is odd for Atlas.
You sedate the pig. Takes probably a few more syringes than you would maybe have expected. They're quite beefy animals.
But go on.
And then it eventually just like lands on like its side. Little like trotters like suspended a little bit in the air because they're not long enough to hit the ground. So it's kind of like
Thing's real fat. Am I allowed to say that? It's a pig. All right. I guess get some medical tape. Tape headband to pig head.
okay. You put it on there. An hour passes. Roll me a d4. See how long this pig's out for.
Or Atlas just accidentally murders the pig. Three.
Okay. Pigs will be out for at least a couple hours. So you wait an hour for the enchantment to take effect. Beryl, your attunement is broken. The second the pig attunes to it. And then you see
Atlas gestures to the pig who's still sleeping, like before it wakes up and starts speaking.
I don't think it would understand common, but... And Nendir leans down, tentacles around the pig's head, and you hear the... And then you hear the sickening sound of the last, like, little minuscule amounts of liquid being slurped up through a straw and a drink with ice. Like the air bubbles all popping through it. I would like Beros to roll a D100, please.
God, that's either really good or really bad.
Atlas, as she does this, you notice that one of the gems on the headband of intellect cracks and loses its vibrancy. The headband of intellect now raises your intelligence to a maximum of 18.
Shit.
If you had rolled a 1 on that D100, it would have destroyed it instantly. Yeah, you think that this is not a
Sustainable.
infinite resource. She's definitely consumed some of the magic of this device. You can see it's been damaged as a result of it. But you see she rears back. There's like her green eyes glow almost a little bit brighter, and she like recoils back into herself a little bit, and she looks a lot less like hunched and a lot less like, you know, feeble and meek, and she kind of holds herself like tall and like just feels so much better.
Well, at least we know you can just buy loads of headbands now.
I know the awaken spell, that might be cheaper. Not sure how smart it makes him though.
That was quite an intelligent pig. But it seems like the item has been damaged. She picks it up and looks at it. I don't know how many more times you could use this before it would just break entirely.
Well, pigs and headbands are at least more socially acceptable, I guess.
I suppose. People eat pigs already, and a headband is merely a thing. But thank you. I feel my mind is clear for the first time in some.
Well, let's see how long it lasts now.
I think I might be able to even read a book.
I don't know how stupid this idea is. I'm assuming everyone kind of comes back in once the, you know, slurping is done.
Yeah.
Up to them.
Cyrus was probably there for the slurping.
I feel like Astra's waiting for the all clear. She made her way to like the mess room and getting like cookies or something.
We're trying
Volga
to
probably can
block
get you.
Nendir's signal to the other Illithid, right? In fear that they will take her over. But if she can keep herself and connect to it, I mean, that's like having a man on the inside, right?
But didn't she say that once she connects, she loses all control?
Yeah, she also tried to kill us whenever they got too
Yeah,
close.
I'm
to
not
her
saying
the
that we
last
start
time.
trying it right now. I'm just saying it might be worth something to think about. I mean, it's like a radio frequency. If she can tap in and not lose herself, it'd be like buying.
You would have to find a way to create a one-way signal. She can tap into it, but they can't tap into her. So it basically allow like a signal and then block a receiver. Maybe that's something that we can work out here. They're looking at blocking signals. It's why they're figuring out why the nebula can hide and block signals so deeply.
I just think it's something worth, maybe looking into. I mean, we have her here. Might as well turn a shitty situation into something positive. No offense, Nandir.
She like looks around, and she's like, for the first time, reads like taking in the room, taking each of you, like, as if someone who'd like come out of, not to refer back to the pig, but as someone who like has just come out of like almost that like threshold of like, sedative where they're kind of talking a bit of nonsense and rambling. There's finally a bit of like focus and coherentness in them, and they're like almost not overwhelmed by it, but they're almost like trying to catch up on everything that they've been idling past for the last couple of days. Yes. It's worth a try anyway.
Cyrus is just gonna like lean down to Astra at whatever she's working on. I was like, am I the only one that's a little put off by how quickly she's not struggling anymore? Like, I almost preferred her in a stupor.
What part of you makes you think I'm comfortable with any of this? She's like there making potions. Just dissociating from everything.
Cyrus will go over to Volgear. Am I the only one that's a little uncomfortable with her
Goes
being
over to Barrels. Am I the only one?
No.
Is that all you said? No.
I don't like it.
I feel like Asha and Volker like none of this at all.
Go on, go to Barrels.
No. After the first day, he's like, okay, we're basically everyone's in agreement.
Well,
Basically everyone.
Well, I do thank you all for the help with this. I know this is most unpleasant, but unfortunately I lack a choice in this matter.
get it. Well, get the situation. We don't get. Kind of hard to relate to that exactly.
It's quite, have you ever imagined how it would feel to touch a squid? Kind of like how you imagine it, but inside.
Here, potion bottles clanking a little bit louder.
Oh, you mean like fucking a mermaid?
I can't say I've had the
Potion
pleasure.
bottle falls over.
I think mermaids are fish, not squid.
Is it not the same thing?
No,
Fish
I
have,
think
like,
you're thinking
scales and
of,
stuff.
I think you're thinking of sirens. Don't they have tentacles instead of?
I thought sirens were just like mermaids who murder.
I thought they were a different species.
I'm assuming Astra would know, but Astra's not getting involved.
I don't think there is any, like, squid people.
Merfolk have a little bit of like tenderness about them. But they are from the water planet, which is that little like protected area.
I mean, I turned into that giant squid when we were on holiday, but that just felt like regular wild shaping right up until Astra stabbed me.
Well, I mean, it's a giant squid is basically just a normal squid, but much bigger, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Basically. Well, I guess someone should put Porky in the freezer.
Not it.
Who does put the pig away?
Yeah, I'm not risking that again.
Sunshine, would you mind putting this pig in the fridge, please?
Yeah, I can do that. Fridge or freezer?
Freezer, actually, just in case.
Sure thing. Sunshine goes over. He hefts up the pig.
Assuming we take the headband of intellect off it first.
Yeah, he like flings it over his shoulder, and as he does so, the hole in the pig's head just begins like, and the pig starts like piling out.
Hold his head up.
Huh? Sorry, what? He's like turning with the pig. What are you talking? Sorry, Atlas. Sorry, it's rude not to look at you. What's wrong? It's going everywhere.
Atlas grabs like one of the gauze pads that you get and just like smacks it over the pig's like brain hole.
Atlas, make me a medicine check.
Here.
Astra's like crying a little on the
23.
inside.
Okay. Atlas, a lot of the stuff that you are mopping up or blocking, it's not like it's blood. It looks like almost like grey matter splattered around. It's almost as if whenever
She didn't eat the brain, she just ate the thoughts.
correct.
E.
Cyrus, you have a little bit of
Yeah,
brain on your face.
Yeah, I got it. Cyrus will pick up like, he'll pick up the first fabric that he like feels and just starts wiping his face with it, whatever it is.
It's probably like one of your allies' coats or something. You like grab the tail of Baros's coat. It's like military garb. And, like,
Fancy regalia.
Did I get it all? Is there any left?
You're gonna need a shower.
It's in my beard. Cyrus walks off to his quarters.
Sunshine will take the
Atlas looks to Volgar and is like, say what you like about Tawa, but at least he cleaned up.
I don't even know if it's possible to compare the two. At least this one can be restrained. I wouldn't even like to have attempted that with Tewa.
I'd take Tawar any day.
If it would make you more comfortable, I'm happy to return to being tied down or cuffed. I don't want to put anyone at unease.
That won't be necessary.
Just, try not to eat me while I'm hanging out here.
I have been trying and succeeding.
Or the captain. Don't try to save him.
after your-
Don't eat.
After your comment, Astra, Volga will just turn around and go, Yes, he was fine until he wore that goddamn mask.
If anything, that was Cyrus's fault, not his.
Cyrus halfway through washing his hair, like, I feel kind of upset about something, but I don't know why.
I feel like Cyrus, when he's having the shower, he defaults to like putting the shower temperature up a little bit hotter than a normal person.
Fuck!
Yeah. So like in the middle of your, I think, you know, even then, you know, even though your body's like, you know, not like fire resistant anymore, you probably still by default enjoy it hotter than the average person.
This is where Cyrus keeps getting out of the shower and he's like, why am I so dizzy? What's happening? It's like, your shower is 50 degrees.
Yeah. But also the fact that whenever you're like, you know, like having a shower, you're like, I'm a little bit hungry, and it's this beautiful smell of like sous vide pork, like that is filling your nostrils as you're having your big steamy
Something
shower.
smells delicious. Oh shit, it's me!
I'm cooking myself. But yeah, you guys, you know, have fed Nendir, and she is, I'm sure, very happy about that fact. I can stop making some saving throws for a few days. You have
Pretty wise, don't worry about it.
yeah. She only feel whenever they are close to her. But you have a potentially going down to see the outpost. To research the interference of the nebula. Perfect.
You've hit 11.
I was just gonna say, I believe so. I believe that's what we're doing.
Yeah, I think that's the plan. We can come back to what you find on the Ecliptus research outpost next time, because it's 11 o'clock, and I know it was supposed to be a little short session. Hopefully next week we'll get a little bit longer, or we could even, you know, do a couple split or something. We'll have a little think. I know that tomorrow you guys are probably also busy with other game, but our Frost Maiden is off for the next 2 weeks, so we've Wednesdays free tomorrow and the day after. So if your other one falls through for whatever reason, we could even double up. But yeah, until then, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
Auf Wiedersehen, Toodaloo, farewell,
Bye.
tschüss.